My name is Harry Potter, and I come to you today on behalf of the Potter Party, dedicated to initiating progress. I am officially announcing my candidacy for President of the United States in this upcoming election. We look to implement progressive policies that support all people, regardless of gender, age, economic class, or any other aspect of society. Wizard or Muggle, we are the party for you. If Voldemort can't defeat us, nobody can. The Potter Party would make each of the following issues of the utmost importance. Investing money into creating jobs is essential for higher wages and to obviously create more jobs. Everyone should have the opportunity to be employed, for it brings money into our economy and government. In terms of abortion, the Potter Party is pro-choice, in that there should be no governmental restrictions on the ideals of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Abortion must be safe, affordable, and accessible. Looking abroad, our goal is to peacefully negotiate with countries rather than engaging in brutal war and conflict. We support accepting refugees to expand diversity, economic payoff, and the overall American dream. We strongly support increased funding for our education system through Common Core, free community college, nationally administered tests, and most importantly, STEM programs. Educational success is the most valuable asset we can invest in now to yield future benefits. We plan to take all necessary precautions to reduce injury and death by enforcing rigid gun and wand restrictions. Background checks and psychic evaluations to determine qualified purchasers are essential. Along the same lines, the Potter Party seeks to outlaw all unforgivable curses and punish those who have previously used them as a means of violence. Similarly, dedicating funds to our declining environment is vital. The health of the earth must not be overlooked, as no price is too high to pay to preserve the natural landscape for future generations and our lives now. The Potter Party will reform healthcare rather than repeal it because it's a fundamental right to be medically treated. Early sign-ups and patient-centered care would not only reduce the cost, but also create a more effective system. The Potter Party aims to promote recovery rather than condemn drug users. Through rehab-funded organizations and drug education, the Potter Party will help fix the lives of many drug addicts. The criminal justice system is something that we will look to fix immediately if elected into office. We must create a country that is more peaceful and doesn't have so many inmates. This can be done through marijuana legalization, the death penalty ban, and police officer body cameras. All in all, our policies and goals are very achievable if we uphold the ideals we represent as a party. It is important to us that we truly represent the entire population of Muggles and Wizards by enacting legislation that will provide for the advancement of policy and ultimately promote progress. We would like to congratulate our fellow candidates and wish them luck in this election. It is a privilege to run against two candidates of such great statuses and statutes. And we hope we can work together to create a better America. The Potter Party is for progress, for the people, and for America.
Great. Okay, 13 minutes. Take us right to
Julia.
Okay, so is it true that you helped Sirius Black escape from the Ministry's Dementors? And did you help a convicted murderer, aka Sirius Black, the man who gave up your parents to Lord Voldemort, escape from going back to Azkaban prison? Please tell me why you do this.
I did help Sirius Black escape, and if you watch The Prisoner of Azkaban, a movie in which I star in, you will see how I forget his name, Ron's rat, Peter Pettigrew. Sappers. He was the one who truly gave up my parents. I am fully aware that he is the one who do it. He's the one responsible, and I believe in Sirius Black. He's the only remaining member of my family, as he is my godfather. So I love Sirius, and I am glad I acted the way that I did.
Mr. Potter, how old are you exactly?
I was born on July 31st, 1982. So if you do some subtraction, I would be 34.
I'm pretty sure you need to be 35 to run for presidency in the United States.
You're committing a crime.
I wouldn't look at it as a crime. I would look at it as I am a very worthy candidate. I support policy that would help advance the country. And if I'm a few months young to be president, I don't think it's a problem if I can make the White House better and help America. Richie?
So like you always have thought you're the chosen one who deserves to be able to break the rules.
Oh.
I don't think, I thank you for calling me the chosen one. I do enjoy that nickname.
I don't think he called you it. I think he just said you think you are, so.
Well, I have taken on that nickname based on what other people have made me, what other people have called me, and I don't think that I'm necessarily breaking any rules. I think that I am providing America with a better opportunity to have a progressive candidate in this race who not only will promote policy that will help America, muggles and wizards, but also make America a strong, a progressive, and a great country. Jess?
Why do you think a one-size-fits-all system, Common Core, will work if it limits creativity, cooperation, and adaptation? I recall at your time at Hogwarts, you did not care much for the rules. What makes you think enacting strict rules for education is beneficial if you cannot follow such rules yourself?
We are for Common Core, we are looking not to limit other schools, but schools who have rundown systems, who don't invest too much money into educations. We're more looking to raise them up because there are so many great schools in this country, and there's so many kids who are getting a great education, but there are also so many kids who are struggling in school. So I think Common Core would help those kids get a better education, as well as establishing a basis for the school system in America.
You've been kind of known among other people in the community as a rule breaker. And you're saying that you think it's okay for you to run as a 34-year-old. Doesn't that kind of go against American government? Would we have to question your, respect towards our government in America?
Well, you call me a rule breaker, but what I feel is I am acting in what is right, I'm acting in the fairest way, and I'm acting in a way that I feel is the proper way and the right thing to do. I don't think by running as a 34 and 4 months old, I don't think that that's a drastic crime. I don't think that I should be beaten down because I'm a few months younger than yourselves. Matt?
Okay, so you are a Hogwarts dropout. Do you really think you were qualified to run for office if you dropped out of Hogwarts?
I do, because if you look in American society, what's so great is that people who drop out of college, who don't even finish high school, can become such great people. If you look at Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Walt Disney, all these people did not finish their education and bring it to the highest level. So I think since I did it in a way, or I dropped out of Hogwarts because I needed to battle Voldemort, I feel that it is okay that I dropped out of school because Hogwarts is made me who I am today, and I feel like it's such a big part of me that I still carry its beliefs and ideals with me today. Ben?
You say you dropped out of Hogwarts for the right reasons, that you didn't need to go back, while your running mate actually went back and completed her 7th year.
Well, that's just Hermione. Hermione is one of the brightest people I know. Hermione is one of the most charming people I know. And for her, she is someone who looks to create the best life for herself, and she realized that for her the best path was to go back to Hogwarts. For myself, I realized that there's some other paths that could be taken, but for her, she felt that Hogwarts was the way to make her life better.
Mr. Potter, it's to my understanding that you have also attempted to use the unforgivable curses, one of them on your very own opponent, Bellatrix Lestrange. However, you were unsuccessful in your attempt to effectively cast the Curaceous Curse on Bellatrix Lestrange. How can you claim that you will punish those who use the unforgivable curses when you have tried to use them before? How can you claim that you and the entire Potter party understand the effects that the use of these curses can have when you yourself have attempted to use these curses on multiple occasions?
Well, if you were to rewind about 3 minutes before that, you killed Sirius Black, and being such an emotional moment, being a moment that I have just lost my godfather, a very sad moment, I chase after you, and I regret using the Cruciatus curse. But I did not use it for violence. I did not use it to kill you like you have done before. I feel I used it on you and then let you go because I realized that an eye for an eye is not a good system, and that the Cruciatus curse would not repair what you did to Sirius Black.
I believe Abby used on multiple occasions. You also used the Gracious Curse against Amicus Caro and the Imperious Curse against 2 individuals during the Gringotts heist, which you led Harry, Hermione, and your friend Ron into the Lestrange Vault illegally, letting a dragon out in the process.
Well, in that case, I have watched 6 of the movies of myself. I have not gotten to that point yet. But I watched 6 movies in 5 days. I deserve some props for that. But
You don't know your own actions.
no, when I did that, I was doing it for the good of our mission. I was doing it because it is what would. I was doing it because it would help not only defeat the Death Eaters and the Dark Arts, but it would.
Make sure you haven't talked to your
It-
questioner.
But I think that when I let out that dragon, it was for the wizarding world to defeat Voldemort and yourself.
And create havoc.
If havoc needs to be created to stop greater havoc, then I think it's necessary.
So does that mean that you're gonna put your needs before the American people?
When I was acting like that, I think I was acting for the wizarding community, and I think I was acting in a way that would defend the wizarding world from someone such as yourself or Voldemort. So I think that when I did that, I wasn't acting for myself, rather I was acting for the American people. Oh, Archana?
During the Battle of the Seven Potters, you intentionally knocked Death Eaters off of their broomsticks while they were thousands of feet above the ground by using stunning spells and impediment jinxes. He even states later that stunning someone while at a level that high would be the same as killing them, but you state that one cannot justify killing another person no matter how heinous the crimes they commit in your party platform. Isn't that a bit hypocritical?
Well, when we're looking at, in that certain scenario, it was a Death Eater, and it came down to life or death for either me or the Death Eater. You know that the Death Eater is not going to look at me and say, oh hey, let me just let this kid go. I feel that I needed to do that. It was an act of defense because the Death Eater would have done something 10 times as wicked to me if I did not use that